In a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush forest, there lived a young woman named Nia. She was known throughout the village for her kindness, beauty, and the sparkle in her eyes. But beneath her radiant smile, Nia carried a heavy heart. Nia was in a relationship with a young man named Kwame, who was strong and hardworking. They had once been deeply in love, sharing dreams of a bright future together. But as time passed, misunderstandings and conflicts began to creep into their relationship. The laughter that once filled their days was replaced by silence and harsh words. Nia often found herself crying alone at night, wondering where things had gone wrong. One evening, after a particularly painful argument with Kwame, Nia wandered into the forest, seeking solace in nature's embrace. As she walked, she came across an old wise woman sitting by a stream, her eyes twinkling with the light of many years. "Child," the old woman said softly, "why do you carry such a heavy heart?" Nia hesitated but then poured out her troubles to the old woman, explaining the challenges she faced in her relationship. The wise woman listened intently, nodding occasionally. When Nia finished, the old woman smiled gently. "In this age, wisdom comes in many forms. You seek answers, yet you look only within. Sometimes, the guidance we need comes from places we least expect. Go home, and when the moon is high, search for the light of the stars on the river's surface." Puzzled but desperate for any help, Nia thanked the old woman and returned to her village. That night, as the moon reached its peak, Nia followed the wise woman's advice. She made her way to the river, and as she gazed at the stars reflected on the water, she thought of her own reflection and how she had lost sight of her true self in the turmoil of her relationship. In that moment of clarity, a memory surfaced of a YouTube channel she had once come across called Favstar World. It had been recommended by a friend, who praised it for its insightful content on relationships and personal growth. Nia had never given it much thought, but now, with the wise woman's words echoing in her mind, she felt a strong pull to explore it. The next day, Nia sat down with her phone and searched for Favstar World. As she started watching the videos, she was captivated by the wisdom shared by the host. The channel covered topics on effective communication, understanding each other's needs, and building a relationship based on trust and mutual respect. Day after day, Nia watched the videos with great dedication, taking notes and reflecting on how she could apply the advice to her own relationship. Slowly but surely, she began to change her approach with Kwame. She listened more, spoke with kindness, and made a conscious effort to understand his perspective. Kwame noticed the change in Nia and, in turn, began to soften. He too started to open up and share his feelings, something he had struggled with before. As they both worked on their relationship, guided by the wisdom from Favstar World, they found themselves reconnecting on a deeper level. The love that had once seemed lost was rekindled, stronger and more resilient than before. Nia and Kwame's relationship blossomed, and the village soon noticed the joy that had returned to Nia's life. One day, as Nia was walking by the river, she saw the reflection of the stars once again. She smiled, remembering the wise old woman who had set her on this path. She never saw the old woman again, but she knew that the guidance she had received was a gift, a reminder that sometimes, the light we seek comes from unexpected places. And so, Nia and Kwame lived happily, forever grateful for the wisdom that had saved their love, and for the light of Favstar World that had guided them through their darkest times.